Harm reduction to me is saving lives. That's what it is. It's that every life is valuable, every life is worth something, everyone is worth helping.
Harm reduction to me means that I'm not turning a blind eye to what my students could be taking part in. I am trying my best in order to help them gain the skills they need to understand the decisions that they are making, understand the risks, know the problems that they could be encountering, and prepare them for that if that's what they're going to choose to do. But I'm trying to help them make informed decisions and decisions that they can be comfortable with later on in their lives.
But in my world of my multi-grade 4, 5, 6 classroom, in the elementary classroom, harm reduction is ensuring students know what substances are out there, ensuring that they know what the effects of the substances are, and not vilifying and creating bad guys out of people that are using the substances. Harm reduction is telling students what are the specific drugs that could be out there, telling them what the effects of these drugs are, and giving them their own autonomy to be able to make a decision of, do I want to ingest these drugs? Oftentimes, being negative about something that is taboo really makes want to be able to try it.
Sometimes when kids come to me about substance use and what they're trying to figure out about substance use, a lot of times I have kids come to me when they know they're in too deep and they don't know what to do. But more often, it's just general curiosity. They sometimes wonder about the risks. They ask about, but if I do this, and I heard if you did that, this will happen, and I heard if you did this, that'll happen. I think it's important that we take a harm reduction approach, and it's very much linked to trauma-informed approach, because they have to be comfortable. In students and youth, anybody, but youth in particular, they have to be comfortable to ask questions. We need to not make them hide their curiosity. Like we want them to be curious so that they can find answers, so that they can make better informed decisions. And that's a lot about what harm reduction is. It's not about, oh, like this drug is okay to do this way, or we can do this that way. It's about, look, abstinence is a big part of harm reduction. It's when it comes to substance use in particular. Like it's about how to go about things in the best way possible.
For youth, that harm reduction strategies doesn't mean that they are going to be the students that are using these substances. They might be the source that a friend comes to that has been making these decisions, and they're there to be the support. So to be a support system, you kind of got to know how to help them and understand how to treat them with kindness and compassion, just in the way you speak of them, about them, and to them.
I think it's important because there's we have the marijuana that's legalized, we have alcohol that's legalized. A lot of people use it in a social setting, and as youth, you often get pushed into using it. You see your family using it, but they're not necessarily telling you what the dangers are. It's really important for me that they understand what the dangers are so they can make their informed, proper decision about it. That's their choice.
I guess I understand why people feel like harm reduction might be encouraging kids in some ways, or not discouraging kids in some ways. But I think that's just people who don't really understand what harm reduction is. But it's so much more than that. It's so much more about thinking about why you're doing things and how to keep yourself safe, and the mental health aspects, the mental health parts of substance use, and why people turn to it. And then I asked them straight out, like, I've done naloxone training with you guys, and I talk to you about substance use all the time. Is that something, does it encourage you? Or do you some people are afraid that that's encouraging you to use substances? And they were kind of like, what? No. No, that's like, they were aghast at that idea, because they felt that the influences to use substances didn't come from those kinds of conversations at all. They came from their music, their friends, their families. Some of them mentioned television shows.
With harm reduction, obviously some people take that to mean that we're encouraging, but really we're trying to minimize the risks. So we want to make sure that students are getting all the correct information of what's out there. I think of it in the same as teaching history. There's things we've done in history that we don't want repeated, so we have to inform them about that. So with harm reduction, we know the dangers. We want to make them aware of the dangers and to try and avoid anything that could happen with them.